Psychology Assessment 17, Question 15. What is spontaneous recovery? So, after a period of rest, the conditioned response is recalled. This is known as spontaneous recovery. Alright, so in order to clarify the meaning of spontaneous recovery in terms of learning, I'm going to go ahead and recall the example I created in A17, A15, which was the inmate. Okay, at the sound of the bell, the inmate would get fed. Okay, every time the bell rang, the inmate gets fed. In the future, the bell rang and the inmate was not getting fed. The bell kept ringing and the inmate wasn't providing with food. So eventually, a response decreased. Eventually he just stopped searching for the food or stopped searching for the person that handed him a plate of meal, the plate of food. So that was called extinction. It was a decrease in response after a conditioned stimulus has been presented, right? Now we have spontaneous recovery, right? So after we rang the bell so many times and we didn't provide the inmate with the food that he desperately wanted or needed, eventually we rang the bell and we provided him with the food. The next day, the next day, we did the same thing. We rang the bell once and he began to look for the food. Now that's called spontaneous recovery. So there was a period of rest, which is the extinction, is when we kept ringing the bell, ringing the bell, ringing the bell, and we didn't provide him with anything, right? The spontaneous recovery occurred when we rang the bell and we provided him with the food. And then the next day, when we rang the bell, we provided him with food. He was already looking for it before we even provided the food. So that's what's known as spontaneous recovery. He reacquired the knowledge of getting fed at the sound of the bell.